and I will go ahead and start. No real distractions today. It's super hot here in the States. But so no distractions. Ready for call. It's hot. All right, I will go ahead and pass it to Lauren.
Thanks, Chad. Yeah, feeling good. My intentions for this call are mostly to check on the status of the TLDR Angel Vault forum post, and then just like keep up with whatever else there is to talk about. And I'm distracted by trying to change the RPC now on my XDAI and then sign those multi-sig transactions. I'll pass it to Todd.
Hey everyone. Regarding the RPC node, I think I deleted mine and re-added it. I'm not sure if you can edit it. That seemed to be the easiest route. I'm not distracted. It is hot in the States. Luckily, it's still a little bit of a chilly morning here in Denver. Nice sunshine. Yeah, glad to be here with everyone. And yeah, excited to talk about the TLDR post as well. I will pass it to Griff.
I am typing in the TLDR post as we speak, and definitely excited to go over it. Also want to just like broach token swaps, of course, and yeah, probably everything in this call. This is one of my favorite calls. I'll pass it to Mitch.
Yeah, we'll give an update on the token swap with Prime. Get the update on the Angel Vault. Talk about austerity measures, I guess, and nice token. And that's what I got, I think. And I'll pass it to who we got here. Yes.
Thanks, Mitch. So my intention, would like to talk a little bit about the Fei token swap situation and get your ideas. Catch up with the Angel Vault and the forum posts that's up and coming. No intention. I mean, I actually am having dinner, so maybe that's a little bit of a distraction. And then I'll pass it to Kotabe.
GM everyone. Well, my intentions is to sync up to see what's happening with the TLDR from the Angel Balls, the token swaps, everything in general. Also ask about the question that I've been asked, is like, can we do maybe give streams compensation? I'm just curious about like if that's feasible or will it be feasible at some point, and or to support some projects or collaborators. And yeah, no distractions. Yes, and I'll pass it to Jess.
Do we got Todd left? Todd went.
I think that's everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I see 8. I think that's everyone. Awesome. So cool. So what I did kind of just to limit the amount of hyperlinks that gets sent, I know like Discord expands every hyperlink I send. So I'm just going to send this, and inside of this, we'll have each different epic we want to talk about. Lauren, thank you for breaking out the nice token into an epic. I removed it from tagging itself, so now it's separate from the austerity measures, and we can start tagging I guess, the dev work and that if you'd like to. It's really up to you. But yeah, we'll hit those. And then after the meeting, I'm going to come in here and write some highlights. If you ever want to go into this link and say, hey, you missed a highlight, or hey, you're crazy, you misinterpreted that highlight, please do. And we'll get them updated, and these will get reported out every Thursday by Lauren. So thank you for taking the initiative on that, Lauren. So yeah, with that, I will go ahead and switch to the boards. Mostly Mitch. So thank you both. But anyway, so yeah, let's go ahead and hit the token swaps. So I know we got a couple of updates here for today. Give is in the icebox, remains in the icebox. So we won't hit that one unless someone wants to remove it out of the icebox. But I think we're all on the same page there. Balance or give. So this one, easy. I hit up Fabio, still waiting for him to hit me back up. So yeah, just kind of waiting on him. But thanks for the Telegram handle, Lauren. So yeah, got the ball rolling on that, and we're just waiting for him to get back to me.
I just on the Give, I do think that it's probably back in picture. It doesn't need to be in the icebox, just
Okay.
because they had to launch their new token and their new angel vaults and all this stuff. So I think they would be open to it. But maybe we do that after we. I think it should be put it in product backlog, but maybe it's like after we get the angel vault launched.
Okay, that's fair. I'll go ahead and put a note in there then. Great. And we need a champion for this. Yes, I know you've been working with Ichi to some extent. Do you want to champion the token swap? Basically,
Absolutely.
just meaning. Awesome, cool. So I'll put you here. So basically, just forum proposals. Obviously, here to help if you need anything. Yeah. How do you pronounce that, by the way? I was wondering.
I have no idea why this name was on my GitHub. I just logged in after like 7 years, and I noticed I had an account, and this was it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Anyway. Sweet. So let's go to, why did that not get moved out of the icebox? Oh, that was alone. Okay. Sweet. So one down, couple to go. Mentioned balancer. Again, I'll take a pause here between each of these if anyone wants to speak up. I don't want to run through anyone if they want to give an update.
I can give an update on the next two at least, so I'll just steal it. So Pan Niran is still on vacation. I was hoping to see him in Austin, and he wasn't there. So we'll see what he says when he comes back. And then Dow House said to put it on the forum, and Freyheit just said he's into it. So I think Freyheit's going to put it on the forum for Dow House.
Awesome.
But that's for the next one. Dow. That's the next one.
Got it. Okay. Okay, cool. So the volunteers. Oops. Let's go back.
Freyheit said he's into it.
Right. Okay. Very cool. All right, good deal. Blasting through them. Agave. So this one's interesting. So I went and looked through a bunch of different forum proposals online. So here's what I found. Why is there nothing in here? Oh no. Shit. I don't know where I put it. Well, it's in one ticket. Anyway, I'll just rattle off what I remember from what I looked up. Hopefully it's in another one of these tickets. So basically, Agave is in debt to Gnosis DAO. I think it's $3 million. And they basically took 80% of that and immediately paid back people that lost money. They then took the additional 20% and they were using it basically to create loans so that they could basically get themselves APR on their own platform. So they're slowly making it back. They have to pay it back in 2 years, and it's 4 installments over 2 years. So basically, they're indebted, and it's a bear market. So that's kind of scary. The other thing was they did an OTC deal with Gnosis for 12,500 coins, and then they also did an auction for several thousand more coins. My initial instinct was if they get to the point where they need to pay back some of the down payment for USDC that they borrowed, and they're not able to do that, the first thing that they're going to do is start diluting the Agave token. I think they'll probably do more OTC deals or something like that. So I don't know. I don't know that it's the safest thing to do right now, and I'm a little bummed out that it didn't get saved anywhere. I'll repost it. I don't know if it's the safest thing to do right now to token swap with them, just because of all their outstanding debt right now. That's never a good thing in a bear market. So I would personally recommend that we maybe table this one until they have a little bit more clear path forward or the market conditions start to settle. But being, $3 million in debt during one of the worst bear markets we've seen is kind of a scary thing to be swapping with them. So I'll let anyone else share their thoughts if they have any.
I found your note, and I'll add it to the issue.
Sweet. Where was it?
It was in the regen pool, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I appreciate that. Sweet. Thank you. So yeah, 3.5 million. Anyway, if anyone has any thoughts on that, I might just be being a pessimist right now, but I don't know. It's a little bit turbulent for my taste.
I agree. I don't think we should economically marry agave.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else have any thoughts, or can we come to a soft consensus to put this in the icebox? All right. Griff. All right. So with that, let's see if I can do it from here. I'll figure it out later. Just moving on, keep the speed. I'll move that to the icebox later. So One Hive Give, they expressed some interest in doing a 50K token swap, so 25-25. The next step here would be to prepare a proposal. It's been Freiheit that's been in contact with Paul from One Hive. Paul just asked that we make our own proposal, and then he'll just copy pasta into One Hive. I don't know if Freiheit's volunteering for this yet. I'll talk to him offline. If not, I can get it done. It won't take very long, but cool. Anything else on that? Okay. Moving on, we've got the DAO lands. This is an interesting one. So there's a side chat going on about this. But just to kind of get everyone aware, I took some high level notes from kind of a side conversation that's going on. So basically what Freiheit is wanting to do is do a distributed food and distributed regenerative agriculture project, essentially using NFTs and give funding to kind of go about, kickstarting the project. It's really early stage. So that's definitely a consideration. Obviously, market conditions are not good right now, and this could be just a consideration for GIVs in the future. So just some things to keep in the back of our mind thinking about this. Kotabe, thanks for getting the ball rolling on kind of kickstarting Freiheit's idea. So some of the cool parts where Kotabe is going to get Freiheit possibly in contact with someone from his environmental science university for potential collaboration there, and also potentially get Dowland as a nonprofit registered on Giveth, so they can start receiving donations. So I don't have any more updates on this one. If anyone wants to step in and kind of give their 2 cents.
I do. I had a call with Simone on Monday. This was actually the reason why one of the reasons why I wanted to ask about, like, is it possible to create a give stream for someone so that we don't give them like liquid give, but at some point there will be kind of like a reciprocity for some work that they're doing. My overall feeling is that they want to do this as part of Give, and they want to kind of like create more niche intention of like GURPS, but for specifically for land management, which I think it can be nice, and it can have like a profit and business model. And the whole idea is that this profit and business model that it's being created in the mid space from agriculture outputs, it's used to buy back Give tokens, which I think it's a nice idea to create like demand for Give token in the midterm. But yeah, I talked with them. It's probably gonna hit the forum some point, and there will be a lot of questions to ask. They could develop these outside of Give, but kind of like they will prefer to do it as sort of like Give project. And in that sense, they feel that it will be amazing if it was rewarded. They don't need the liquid Give, but if they could have some Give that will be unlocking like a Give stream, that will be great. So those are kind of like the questions that are around there. We talk about setting them up to start raising funds on Giveth, and they say, yeah, that definitely could something that they will go for. But I don't think that they are kind of like putting thinking or energy into that. They rather mostly want to focus on have this as a Giveth project, and so that's the update that I have. And if you have any comments, to hear what you have to say.
I think that's a good update, and yeah, I definitely think the forum posts to come is going to be a good spot for some open discussion and kind of more solidify kind of a blue sky idea, so to speak. So yeah, looking forward to that one. I think could probably wrap this one up unless anyone has anything else to add.
Before completely closing it, I just to have an idea on this. What do you guys think? Like, is it possible, or will it be possible to have for contributors a Give stream, to create a Give stream?
Like basically vesting. Okay. Well, we have a vesting actually, but I think that's changing the scope of the Give stream. And there's a lot of fundamental changes that are implied in that. So I think maybe if you want to set aside tokens and put it in a vesting schedule, that's really easy to do outside of the Give stream.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks, Mitch.
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, thanks, guys. Cool. With that, we will move on to the next one. This one is Prime Give. Mitch, I'll go ahead and let you take over.
Oh yeah, roller coaster. So what happened here? I started setting up the deal. I thought it was going to go forward. We were going to make a D2D give balancer pool on mainnet. And then they were like, no, actually, we want you to put your D2D in like a USDC pool or like a D2D balancer pool. And then they were going to use the give to our balancer and then farm with it. And then we kind of had a big discussion looking at all the angles, and none of that made sense for Giveth. Even just like simply holding their D2D tokens didn't really make sense for us. So I talked to them. I said, well, we need to give D2D farm or else we're probably not going to do this. So the end result was we're going to swap tokens on mainnet using prime deals, bridge them to Gnosis chain, send the tokens to a burner multisig, create the LP on HoneySwap, and then send half the tokens back to each DAO. So that's where we're at. I made the deal on their Prime Deals app, and so that's live now. I set myself, ChadFi, and the Liquidity multisig as the 3 signers for the deal, because the funder has to be one of the signers. So the funds will be coming from the Liquidity multisig, and there'll be lots of fun multisig transactions coming after this.
Pretty slick.
So
Like
so did they agree in part for this?
They agreed. I said,
Oh,
I
cool.
explicitly said, we are doing this, thumbs up. And so this is all like pretty clear, and they've got the clauses in there like as a feature of the app. So it's like,
that would compromise the LP security. Okay.
This is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
yeah. So this is just for swaps. They're gonna have an escrow feature in the future, just to make the joint LP like right out of the box. So that's further down on the roadmap for Prime Deals.
Connect if you want to secure off this meeting session. That's really cool. All right, awesome. Excited for this.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet.
Yep.
All right. Cool. I'll go ahead and review the clauses in more detail, maybe make a comment, and then yeah, sign it if everything looks agreeable.
Yeah.
after
Well,
the meeting.
also, there's like the process of like, you know, we're gonna go on the forum. We have advice process there.
Yeah.
We might take this into a snapshot vote and see if they want to send the 50K. So there's like almost 2 weeks of governance process before we can actually go to this and start signing and moving. But here it is.
So would it be 50K USD equivalent as of the time this post was made, or as of the time that?
We can modify the amounts once we get to the funding.
Got it.
So that's why I just put in 50K USD worth, and then we can actually change the token amounts later.
Got it. Okay, cool. And yeah, so you had updated your forum post as well. And that was made about 2 days ago. So I guess we've got 3 days for that. And then we can do, is 50K Give Garden, or is that Snapshot? That's probably Give Garden, right?
That will come from the Liquidity multisig, getting community approval through Snapshot.
Snapshot, all right.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool. All right, anyone got any questions? All right, moving on. This looks like the last one we have open. This is the Gitcoin Give. I reviewed the doc a little bit earlier. Griff, everything looked good. Just some minor grammar edits because I can be a grammar Nazi, sorry. And I made us a nice little meme showing us defeating Moloch together. Sweet. All right, now that I'm done flexing my memes, we'll move on to the next epic.
Yeah, well, just the quick update on GTC is I'll have a call with them again on Friday, and hopefully it'll get on the forum for other feedback. The main discussion that we'll have on Friday will be determining an exact amount, and I think we'll end up putting some sort of like a cap of GTC amount. So it'll be like 1.5 million or up to 500K worth of GTC, whichever is less. So like, so like either up to $1.5 million or up to 500,000 GTC. They don't want to give out more than 500,000 GTC to any one group. So if Gitcoin's price goes down a lot, we would have to do it for less money. In fact, I think we're already having to do it for less money. I think it'll be like, I think right now 500,000 GTC would be about $1 million.
Okay, that is it for token swaps. Does anyone have any tickets they want to open? Some different DAOs we're talking to. Anyone want to shill a DAO that we should partner with, other than what we got on here? Like we got our plate pretty full for now, so I say we knock some of these out, and maybe we can revisit that conversation. Cool. All right, so the Angel Vault. I will go ahead and give the reins to Todd.
So I think we're still in review for that post. I got it to a point on Friday, and I think Griff is obviously at conferences in Austin, so I think he is now reviewing that. It got Lauren's thumbs up, and I think we're just waiting for like the kind of tweaks. I think getting the numbers accurate, or getting a range of numbers within the post, I think will be helpful for the community, informing the community around like how much are we actually talking about as it relates to like incentives. Because this proposal will entail a few votes and some treasury transfers. So, Griff, I'm not sure if you have any more thoughts on that, or Lauren.
I have some huge thoughts on this. So
I know stuff is changing too.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
Rule,
So few big things happened. Number one, the CEO of Rari and Fuse quit. So, and currently the borrowing function for Rari Fuse pools has been turned off, and it's been off for a month, and more than a month, maybe 2 months even, ever since they were exploited for the Ether thing. So with the CEO quitting over the weekend, I think I'm ready to give up on using the regen pool as a component here. It was much needed. It was also, it's just not as necessary now that our market cap is at such a reasonable level, as in like under 2 million. 10% of the market cap is only going to be 200K ish. So getting 10% of the market cap in funds from me and maybe Elon and some other Ichi investors that we've been speaking with behind the scenes should actually be really easy. So the pros here is that we don't have to do this loan thing. The big cons of this are that instead of the Angel Vault LP being protocol owned, instead of the DAO owning it, it would really be owned by me and a few other investors. So the initial one. So that's like it's not a problem really, but it is like one of the big benefits of the Angel Vault was that we would be able to stack our own, Angel Vault LP. But I think it's fine, honestly, and it really simplifies the process. So now, basically, I would just work with the Ichi team to launch OneGive and the Angel Vault, and then all we would have to do is really incentivize the Angel Vault LP and design those incentive rewards. And so then instead of being rewarded for depositing Fae, we just kind of cut that out and we just reward people for depositing the Angel Vault LP. So that's the big change, and it really simplifies everything. The next big change, well, is there any questions on that?
I have a quick question. This might be a dumb question, but so if we're not using, it'll just be a Uniswap V3 pool, right? Okay, never mind. I think I answered my own question. That's what the Angel Vault essentially is a Uni V3 pool at some concentrated liquidity. So that didn't change. Just where the funds are coming from is going to change.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm clear.
And about Faye or Die?
I'll let Yas give an update on that if she has one.
So with Faye, I think last time we wanted to put up the poll on the forum, but apparently they don't allow that on their forum. And considering that we are not gonna use their tools, the Rory Fuse pool, I'm not sure if it's very relevant anymore that we will use the Fae for this loan. So we pretty much, I guess, need to just change the narrative overall if we want to get this token swap with them. And at the moment, they're not in the mood to do this token swap considering things that's going on. So maybe we'll just put this on hold and then put up another proposal later on to just do a simple token swap with Fae Tribe with them, regardless of the Rory or Angel Vault. What do you guys think?
That was the vibe I got from them. They just they're pulling back everything. And then the Angel Vault thing, what about doing them through the multi-sig setup instead of just you?
Well, it'll still be a multi-sig that will control the Angel Vault liquidity shifting and stuff like that, and Angel Vault parameters. But as far as we don't really have a good way of buying of putting up 200K of DAI. So we can't, as a DAO, we can't really hold it. So only individuals will be able to hold that LP because they'll have to put in, DAI to get it. We could hold some LP. We could cash out some of our Give DAI pool and get some DAI or something, but I don't know if it's worth it at this point.
So are you gonna do a little bit of investor whatever conversation and see if you can get a few other people also to back this in addition to you?
Yeah, Elon and Lior already mentioned that they would like to. These two, they're investors in Ichi and are very familiar with Angel Vaults. So they already said, they were like, hey, so when can we stack up the Angel Vault and what are the rewards going to be? That's so there's already interest there.
Okay, cool.
Can you say that name one more time? It was Elon and you say Lior?
Lior, yeah.
Like that?
And Elon is EYLON. And yeah, actually, and Lior is LIOR.
Gotcha. Cool.
Would there be a point in the future where this would be opened up to kind of the greater Giveth community?
Yeah, so right away. So Ichi just needs 200K or 10% of to bother starting it, to mint the OneGive and put the whole system together. They need 200K of starting capital to launch it. And so cool, like it's just easier to do that with few parties. But right away, we will need to have an incentive pool for the Angel Vault LP token. So right away, there would be other people who would want to get involved. They just, starting it means putting 200K DAI in the hands of Ichi and stepping away for a week or two while it all gets set up. That's a little bit tricky to do as a community, so we'll just do that ourselves. Like it's just way easier coordination and way less way less communication that would have to be done by the Ichi team, blah, blah, blah.
Sure. Okay.
So putting myself in the boots of like just a community member that wants to deposit in the Angel Vault, it'll just be DAI, right? That's the capital that you deposit?
There'll still be one give. So they'll have to buy one give off of the open market and deposit
DAI.
But one give will be 100% backed by DAI.
So where do you buy one give?
You'll buy it from the Angel Vault itself.
Oh.
So what's interesting is that you'll buy one give with give, and this will actually create upward pressure on the market.
You buy one give with give, and then it's collateralized by DAI, or did you just misspeak?
It's collateralized by DAI. So like normal use case, right? There's two options. You could go and mint a one give directly through Ichi, but no one does that in experience. Everyone just goes to Uniswap and they put in the token address, and then they're like, okay, I want to buy one give. And they'll buy one give with DAI, they'll buy one give with whatever they have. But what's cool is that this actually can create upward pressure because it will likely be routed through the give token. And then so they'll buy give and then they'll sell give. So there's a net neutral like trading pressure on give, but then there's it'll still move up the Angel Vault. Like it'll move the price of the Angel Vault up a little bit. So it's really interesting, but the way the Unipool, the managed pool is structured, is that you have this big wall and then you have this small flat like thing. So it's really easy to move up when you're buying one give with give. It's really easy to move the price up, but really hard when you're selling give for one give. Then it's hard to move it down. So it's kind of this game that is being played here with the liquidity stacking.
So if I could try and summarize, so as a user, I have two different scenarios. One is I have give, I sell my give into the Angel Vault to take one give out, or I sell DAI into the Angel Vault to take one give out. Is that right?
Yeah, you can sell any token into Uniswap v3, and then Uniswap v3 will route it through the Angel Vault, because the Angel Vault is really the only place that you can give. So
who's buying more DAI to keep the one give collateralized?
It's collateralized by 100% DAI, right?
Yeah.
But as you mint more one give, you need more DAI to match it, right? So if people are buying one give off the open market and we're creating more demand for one give, what's keeping that 100% DAI ratio? This is the region pool?
Arbitrage.
Arbitrage is keeping it there.
Yep. So we'll have if the one give price
one give DAI pool
change, the one give price might go up or down and not be very stable to the dollar. As trade.
Okay, I get it. Because they'll have the arbitrage between the one give and the DAI pool versus something else. Okay.
So we, or anyone, but honestly, we as a DAO, it would be really nice if we could take advantage of the arbitrage opportunities between one give and DAI.
So you mean to own a big chunk of this one give die pool, this liquidity?
Or more so to mint when the price is over one give. When the price of one give is like $1.02, we go and we mint a bunch of one give and sell it for die. And we
Is somebody gonna is there gonna set up a bot to manage that, or?
I think Willie said that Fox was just doing it manually.
That's cool. Okay.
It happens like once every 3 months, one way or the other.
That's really cool. I wonder if it would make any sense to set up a bot. We should talk to Willie about their process for watching it. And
yeah, and then we can ARB their Angel Vault too.
no, they're taking their Angel Vault down. No,
they took it down. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Pause basically.
Wait.
Hmm.
So, Griff, did you already edit the TLDR with this information?
I did.
Wow! And so, is it ready to post?
There is the last paragraph, the last section of the TLDR. I didn't really understand what its thought was, but also we don't have, and we could just leave out the give amount. We can just put that. I didn't find the give amount yet, but that's the only thing missing. And I mean, I guess I would like it to be reviewed because I probably used words that aren't very simple, and so if Todd wants to just clean it up to make it intelligible to the person who isn't deep in the weeds, talking to the CEO and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, it would be helpful.
I'll take a look.
Yeah, cool. Thanks, Todd. The last part of the Angel Vault there was a summary of how much give is required to make each of these parts happen, which now, since all the stuff is changing, all of the X million, it was X million, Y million give. That's what the M is. They're different numbers. It's you need a certain million give to deposit collateral in the Angel Vault, a certain amount, because the whole purpose of this, that Mitch was it's a lot of give. How much give even is that? And so it's all in one place. But now it's
with 100% backing of one give and no regen pool, it's way less give. It's almost no give.
Yeah, totally.
It's actually going to be really simple and
Seems like a great change. Just getting rid of the regen pool altogether.
Yeah. I mean, the con is that then Angel Vault LPs, there's a 1% swap on give and one give. There's a 1% fee. And the LPs make, really good money, honestly. So it would have been nice if the LP could have been in the hands of the DAO. Really would have been nice. So that's why we went through all this effort. But alas, there are a few more updates around this that I gave in a different call, but I wouldn't mind giving again. So there is also a change to the way the Angel Vault works. So I think right now they find all of them because of the market crash, and it's just not even worth trying to hold. So it is being actively managed. That being said, normally they'll keep a really nice wall, and the wall will always be at what price would be there for 10% of the market cap. So which is interesting. So it's basically they will keep whatever stable tokens are in that wall. It will only go before they would just keep moving the wall up, right? Now they will only move the wall up until the amount of collateral that's in the wall is 10% of the market cap. That's it. And then it'll stay. So the price keeps going up, but the wall is not big enough to be 10% of the market cap. Then the price goes up and the wall stays where it is. And in the other direction, if someone buys into the wall, they're taking stables out of that. So now it will actually jump backwards after buys. So when starts getting eaten away at, it will actually automatically jump backwards, because now it's not 10% of the market cap at that place where the sell happened. So it's one simple rule. The wall is always only goes to up to 10% of the price. It still provides a lot of liquidity, which is interesting. Like, people can sell into the wall and eat into the wall with one large transaction. So it still provides this like big open door for people to enter the give economy, but they can only do it once, and then the wall jumps back. And yeah, I think that's kind of an interesting approach.
I don't understand.
The wall has an algorithm that will keep it at 10% of the market cap, right?
Yeah, but it's like, so when people sell into it, they take stables out of the wall, effectively making the wall smaller. The market cap is now lower. And then what do they do with the stables? They just hold them?
Someone bought the stables, right? So they were taken out of the wall. And now market cap is price times supply. So now the wall will move to where the price times supply would make the wall 10% of the market cap. Okay. So it moves, the front of the wall moves back. And before, what they were doing is when people would eat it, they'd never move it back, and they would just flatten it out. And now they're trying to keep it concentrated, but they're dancing it backwards as it gets eaten, so that
there's only 9 minutes left on this call.
Okay, sorry. Yeah. So this is the change of the Angel Vault, and the other big one is that we're minting with 100% collateral ratio. So
cool. Thanks for the breakdown there, Griff.
I'll get the review done today, tomorrow at the latest, and then maybe Lauren, I can pass it over to you.
Sure.
Or we can touch on it maybe 10 minutes during our buddy call.
Sure.
Real quick on that, I just set up the proposal threads for their Ichi's adjust the vault strength discussion and their volatility increase in vault strengths. They all have PDFs, and I can drop them in here because I have the PDFs if y'all want them.
Cool. I have one more question. So we only really need give for the one give. Like, investors put in DAI, we put give in there, and that's the only give we need. Are we also providing incentives to people who are adding to the vault?
We haven't designed that. So before, we were thinking that we would wait to do that because there isn't like a need to have that at launch, but now there is a need to have that at launch. So we need to figure out, and I think we could do that in 10 minutes after this call. We could just have a quick like hack on the converting the Fey spreadsheets into an Angel Vault spreadsheets and just put some numbers together.
Okay, that sounds good.
I mean, the question is, what kind of APR do we want to give people for depositing into Angel Vault? Does anyone have any suggestions? I will say it's not a stablecoin return. Their Angel Vault turns into a mix of give and one give. So,
what about similar to the give DAI? Like, we want probably targeting around like 150% is what it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking for an open debate in this call, Griff?
If anyone wants to just throw out numbers, that's cool, and I don't think we need a debate. Just so that we can, I think Lauren, Todd Y, and anyone else who wants to can stay after the call. But if you can't stay after the call and you want to have an input, this would be your moment.
I'd have to understand it a little bit more, but a good stable return is like between 7 to 10% if we're talking about just stables, like a stable pair.
Yeah, but it's not really stable. That's the thing. You put in stables. It only takes stables, but your stables instantly get converted into a UniV3 position that is a mix of give and one give. But we can move on if no one else has any thoughts.
All right, with that, I'll go ahead and move on. Okay, we talked about the not using Fey. We talked about the regen pool. Parameterization is no, we're waiting on the proposal for that one. Tribe token swap, we touched on. Printing tokens for regen pool, that's basically, we're just waiting. Well, I guess that one would get canceled. This one is no longer needs to be a ticket, right? Giantkin, this was yours. This one doesn't need to be here anymore because we're not doing this, right?
I gotta look at the screen. I have no idea. Probably not.
Okay.
That? That can hold. Yeah.
All right. So with that, we will move on to. I will give the last 4 minutes to Mitch if you want to talk about the nice token. We just changed this into an epic, and looks like there's already some dev work on the inside.
Oh, nice. Looks like Lauren's been at it already. Or somebody. Anyway, so there's a couple more things that have to be decided here. So we have like some clear stuff forward, and I talked about it in the development call. But basically, we need to decide around token utility and what we do with the stables that we receive. So we know how we're going to mint nice, and we know how we're going to distribute it, but we just need to decide like what our users going to be able to do with nice. What are the incentives, and what are we going to use the donations that we receive for? So the main one that I'm pushing for is to people to buy swag with nice. And so we kind of broke it down there. Lauren wanted to push for CC payments just to buy swag off of there, and maybe they can coexist, like assuming that the prices are relative and that like buying it with nice token has nicer incentives, but they can still do it with the CC. And understanding that basically gets charged to Griff, but then making sure somewhere down the system that Griff is reimbursed for those costs. And so that would be through buyback of the OTC give. And a lot of this, frankly, involves Griff. So, I mean, it's like, what do you think?
I mean, I just request anytime there's funds being spent through the swag shop, I just get give tokens from NR Give. I think I just request funding for that, like at once every 3 months or something. Like I've only done it once because there was only one big push. So
okay. Anyway,
so I think it's great. I think it's great, and we should definitely do nice for swag.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so then some nitty gritty is picking like the markup costs. We'll obviously have to deploy the swag shop on Gnosis chain. But basically then after that, like what kind of utility can we think of? And there's some ideas in there already.
So I like the idea of making nice $1 though. You made it 50 cents now?
I was just throwing it out there, like just like minting ratio is something that we can change, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think for the swag shop, it'll be a little confusing if it's two for $1. So if that's the primary use case, I think we should, especially because the new swag shop that we're deploying allows you also to buy things with XDAI.
Okay, so you can buy things with XDAI. Okay, then it makes sense. So you could buy it or you could donate. Okay. So then the nice rates will have to be competitive with the XDAI rates for
Yeah,
buying.
I mean, we could, yeah. I would just keep it the same because the UI is kind of weird about that.
Okay.
Just think it's a little weird because it's like people donate say 40 XDAI to the Giveth project, they get 40 nice, and then they spend that on swag, and then Griff pays for their swag, and then we reimburse Griff with $40 in nice tokens. So essentially, Griff just donated to Giveth.
But there's always a markup on the swag store.
Yeah,
Just,
like.
I mean, a lot of people won't use nice tokens at all, right?
So you think the coexisting solution of credit card and nice tokens in the swag shop?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's fine because most people who donate, they'll get nice tokens, and maybe they donate 70 nice, even just like, let's say that all the nice tokens all the people who donate to get nice tokens end up trying to buy swag. They're not going to have exact change, right? Like there's always going to be some extra left over.
I just think the nice price should be higher than the credit card price. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense.
The price of swag on the store is much higher. Like every shirt is like $12, but we charge $20.
I know, but we shouldn't charge 20 nice or $20 you pay with a credit card. It should be 40 nice or $20 you pay with a credit card. Because otherwise, it's exactly the same as you donating to the Giveth project and we reimbursing you with Give, which I think is a dumb solution that we need to get out of.
Yeah, it has to be a net positive from what the DAI buys back.
It is a net positive. If someone buys one shirt for $20 and it costs me, they spend 20 nice tokens.
But you don't get $20, you get 50% of that, because 50% is making a Give DAI LP.
Well, I just get Give tokens from NR Give for the $12. I don't get $20 worth of Give tokens. I get $12 worth of Give tokens.
Right, but then we also have some of the Give bought back with the DAI received from the OTC account. Which I don't know if they're different pools at this point.
Not really.
Yeah.
But they will be soon, or at least I mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, like in principle, if this looks like it works, then we can like work on the numbers.
Yeah.
And then all I want, because I see that we're over time, is like validating some of the other ideas for token utility or adding new ones, and then moving on with like an MVP, and then we can always add more features later. But like enough features to make it appealing at launch.
Were we gonna make a nice LP?
I was thinking about it. It would be interesting to see what happens, because you have like this primary market that like mints it, that we mint, and then you have a secondary market, and just who knows. But it wasn't in the plan because I don't know if it makes sense, like from an economic perspective.
If there's an LP, then there's a lot of other things we could do with the nice token, I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think I have it in the original spec. Maybe something that we do later with it.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, yeah, anyway, I'll leave it at there.
Because there was this idea of like using nice tokens to buy NFTs, right? Like maybe the NFT project, maybe we only accept nice tokens, and
that's a really cool idea. I like that a lot.
It's a great idea, and maybe that's the one feature or part of the features, but it's like, okay, we don't have it yet, so we can't promise it.
All right. Yeah, I'd encourage any more discussion to go in the forum. Looks like we're about 5 minutes over. Skipped over some of the other austerity stuff, like the UMA token, but please, by all means, if you want to go in and update your ticket, if you've got a ticket that we didn't talk about, that'd be awesome. Or just reach out to me and we can do it together. But yeah, guys, thanks again for another great call. And I'll put some summary notes in the Notion. Again, feel free to go in there and review them if you'd like. And they'll get presented tomorrow in the stand-up meeting. So thanks, everyone. Talk to you later.
See you guys.
Thank you.
Stay
Bye.
here. Stay here if you want to talk LP rewards.
I'll be right back.
Okay. GM. Okay, so this is actually really easy because it's already here. So we'll call this LP deposit. So the cool thing is the Angel LP is just $1 putting in, you know? So we can just put in an APR and days we want to run program and give price, and it tells us how much give we would need to put into the give stream. Yeah, we don't even need these numbers anymore. They're not even useful. Let's see. So it's really just these ones. So our give die pool ended up at 150%, Lauren?
Yeah, that's what it is ish now.
So like how much one give do we want to incentivize to go in there? That's the real question. Like, so I think we'll start with 200K.
Do you think we could feasibly double the wall?
Yeah. I mean, if we double the wall, then we'll just put this to 400.
What about more than double the wall? Like, what do you think is likely?
Well, it's all, you know, it's a market, right? So I think I don't want, this sounds kind of malicious in some ways, but I think people think that this is in some way stablecoin returns. We'll have to make sure that they don't think that it's stablecoin returns, you know, but because they're putting in stablecoins, it feels like it's a really good deal, even though it's not stablecoin returns. So I think that we can assume there will be some misconception about the APR amounts, feeling really high.
100%?
So yeah. What?
What if we did 100% for 400K? Like, I mean, yeah, I see what you're saying. People will, I mean, but it's not. It's more like give die returns.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. It's very, very close to give die returns.
Yeah. But like, how much do you think like the community of people would actually deposit into this vault? Like, yeah, I mean, I think 200K seems like pretty low and doable. Probably it could be more, but probably could be a lot more, but I don't know.
It'll be market. It'll be like how much taste do they have? How much understanding do they have for the Angel Vault? You know, it's hard to say. And the APR is what matters here. You know, if we choose an APR of 1,000%, we will get fuck tons of people. It will not be 400K. You know, it'll be wild. Lots of people will put money in there. You know, so if we do 100% for 400K, that means that the first 200K would get 200% APR, and it would go down from there. And you know, people can see how you know where it feels like the market will find, you know, a percentage.
Yeah, I think 200K is seeming reasonable. I'm looking at like what we have on our existing pools right now, like the Giveth pool on XDAI and on mainnet are both around like, well, 1.7 million give, so that's like around 200K in each of those, and they have like 150% returns. The give die pool isn't on the Dune chart, Dune Analytics, so I can't tell. It's only the old Uniswap.
1.7 million give is in the pool.
Yeah.
So the whole pool, but it's not. It's actually converting the ether into a give amount as well. So
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. It's like $200,000 in the pool.
that math doesn't seem right to me.
Why not?
I'm getting $85,000.
I'm thinking about Giveth 10 cents.
Yeah, it's 5 cents.
No, it was 10 cents like just a few days ago.
So that's $85,000. I
Well,
mean, don't get me.
last week it was $200,000.
Yeah, yep. But okay, and then also, how long do you guys think we should commit? So there's 3 questions, right? 4 questions. Like, first, what do we want to assume the give price to be? I'm suggesting 4 cents. Sorry, sucks, but I'm suggesting 4 cents. How long do we want to run the program? How long do we want to commit to running the program? 6 months?
Yeah.
Feels like it took us 6 months to fucking set up the program, so I might as well at least run it for 4.
I totally agree. I would have said 6 months. And then we can always extend it, right?
Yeah, we can always extend it, and technically we can always end it early if there's a huge trauma. We will not end it early, you know? We should not end it early.
Likely not. We'll see. I mean, we had no idea about the UDV3 thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's 6 months, assuming 200K deposit in the and 100% APR.
So 200K extra deposited on top.
Extra from the community, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a high estimate. And then so we can like lowball the APR.
What do you guys think? Anybody else? Katabi?
Yeah, for the most part, I think I like those numbers. I don't know if, about the give price. I mean, like I hope that the market recovers or stays, but I also heard, it might go even more down. So how will that affect, like, if give price goes, say, to half of that?
If the give price goes down, then our APR percent will go down, because it'll be yeah. I mean, that's how in the end, what we set is the amount of give per minute or per unit time, whatever you want to call it, give per block that gets given to people who stake the LPs. So that's the number that doesn't change. And if the give price goes down, the value of that stream goes down, and therefore the APR goes down.
Okay.
So if we want to be conservative, we could, set the give price to 2 cents and make sure that we're maintaining that APR. But as you can see, it changes how much give we would need.
Yeah, that's nice. Okay.
So yeah. Todd, do you have any thoughts on this?
I think that the 6 months is good. I don't know. I think 4 cents. I'm hoping it doesn't go below that. But yeah, these numbers are looking good to me. I guess there's not a lot to base it on, I think. So
yeah, there's really not.
I think the value of Giveth should be what it is now. But hey, I'm sure we all do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to remember Ether is 1100. So, I think, and what really kills us is we actually have all of this liquidity. So even though more people aren't really selling Give, we just get pulled down with the rest of the market because of Give, ETH, Give. And we don't have the Give DAI pairs as our primary pair. Because if you look at TEC's primary pair is, that Wrapped X DAI that's sitting in their vault. and their price hasn't really gone down that much, which is cool.
Mhm.
Hooray for token engineering. Okay, cool. Well then, we're really close to a 5 million give stream. So maybe we just set 5 million give stream and we assume, yeah, I can just tweak this price until it gets to exactly that. Oops.
Wait, do you have any other contrary opinions? I mean, I feel like I just threw out some ideas, pulled it out of my ass, and everyone was like, seems good.
If I had to pick something, I would make the APR a little higher.
Higher?
I
You
would.
think-
Yeah.
I'm just not sure we're going to get actually 200K in the pool, considering what's in the other pools right now and the state of the market conditions. So I think that this is like a high estimate on like the amount of community deposits we'll get from the Angel Vault, like for the Angel Vault.
Which is why I think we should give a higher APR, because if there's a higher APR, then in theory we would get more deposits, right?
Well, make it 150. I also think it's nice to have, because right now, like GiveEth and GiveDai, GiveEth on both chains is 150% APR, GiveDai is 150%, GiveHoney is like 200, and the Give staking is like 78%. So it's like really comparative within the range of all of our other incentive programs. So it'll fit nicely in with the Give farm.
Yeah. I mean, the big challenge here is then I kind of like 5 million for the Give stream, because we do have to pull this out of liquidity multisig, and we only have so much, like we need to pass some proposals to fund this. So like, let me see how much money we even have in our liquidity multisig.
We don't have so much. I think we really need to actually, I was going to put this before when we were talking, we should make a gardens vote or something. I think from gardens to see if we want to actually put more funds in the liquidity mining multisig. That's it.
So we have 54,000 given there.
No, 54 million.
54 million, sorry. Yeah. So if we take 5, we're taking 10% of the liquidity multisig out. Now the nice thing is, we're putting that into the stream, so it's like, it's not like it's all being spent or anything. But yeah, I mean, I guess that makes me feel better about spending more. I thought we had spent more, honestly.
Me too. That's it too. $125.
Yeah, I like 125. It's kind of the middle ground here.
Goldilocks.
Yeah, and then we could just say 6 million. Oops. You like my iteration strategy? Oops, went the wrong way. It's getting close.
We're all rooting for you, Chris.
We're gonna make it.
Too much. Oh.
Griff, have you ever used Solver before?
Actually, you know what? I did. I finally did break down and add in. They didn't have GoalSeek before.
You've definitely used Solver. You're a chemi. I know you've used Solver before.
Yeah, I haven't used Solver. I used to just use GoalSeek.
Okay, gotcha.
In Excel. I don't know what Solver is actually. Is that like on somewhere else, or is it part of?
It's like GoalSeek on steroids. I'll show you how to use it one day. I love it. I don't know if they have it on Google Sheets, but it's like a staple for me for Google or for Excel.
Nice. iterates for me, I guess. Error?
Oh,
What? Oh, because it's not C5, it's B5.
maybe it's case sensitive.
Huh, whatever.
Okay. Anyway, I don't think we need to do this all together.
Nope, but this sounds good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do 6 million into the give stream for 6 months. That's what Amin needs to know. And we're assuming this.
Yeah. So do we need a forum post about this, or we just add it to the TLDR?
I think we can just add this to the TLDR.
Okay. Sounds
I
good.
don't know why this didn't work though. This seems dumb.
I think it's case sensitive, or maybe you need to like actually select the cell instead of like typing in the values or something. But
Oh,
there
yep.
you go.
You're right, because it needs to know the sheet.
Yep.
And then we'll get pretty numbers without having to cheat.
No, it's doing worse than you.
I was doing great.
Yeah. That's pretty good. It's pretty close. Oh.
Yeah, I had it. No, it's trying to
You're
do
good.
too
You're
much.
good. Stop working. Yeah.
That's just doing too much. Oh, go
would've
see
got
some.
You would have got there
Yeah.
eventually.
I was. Oh man, because I was at this 9, and then we didn't get to that 5. Anyway, okay. Well, we're good. We're good then. We can just use this.
Yeah.
We can
Add
screenshot.
that to the post.
Yeah, here I can add it since I'm just right here. I'll just at least add the screenshot.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that we need to discuss?
No, I mean I think it's ready. I'm still also I asked in our Ichi chat. There's a Giveth Ichi chat. Like I asked how much we would need for the 1 give now. We don't really know that, but I imagine it's very little since it's 100% collateralized.
Mm-hmm. Wait, how much?
Like how we do have to add give to collateralize 1 give still, you know, in case DAI has like weird issues or something. We should add some. I don't think we need much, so I don't know that we need any, but I think he said that we should add some, and then so we have a little back and forth conversation there,
Okay.
and then that's it. I think that's the only other loose end on what we would need give tokens for.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. I left some comments at the very bottom there, Todd, for the things that we need for give, like the things we need to say we need give for. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
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 Thanks.
Yeah,
That's all.
That's all. Cool. Okay. So, Todd, we can talk about our buddy call, or just if you feel cleaner about it, then I can take a review, and we'll keep an eye on that Angel Vault chat to see if we can get the final to forgive. And then next steps are just put it on the forum, and then I'll make the snapshot right away.
You tell them.
You tell them. Okay.
All right.
Thanks,
Cheers.
everyone.
Great.
You guys,
Thanks.
cheers.
Bye.